What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and with all this new stuff going on with the Superstar KO mode, it's a very fun way for you to obviously make, some coins and stuff like that by going through it and getting that 10,000 XP to claim your free OBJ. So what happens is, once you go through it and you gain all that XP, you're going to get this screen right here that's going to say the MUT player item 83 overall Odell. Now, for most of us, we have no use for it. So, pretty much we're going to try to see what goes on with it in training points. I don't think that they're going to make it so that it goes into part of his power-up because it will kind of offset it. So for those of you guys that are wondering about it, just go into the KO mode, play it, be able to do what you have to do to get through it, and then you'll get this. Now, you can clearly see at the top right that it's a gnat. All right, obviously they're not going to give you, something that's crazy. But for some of you guys that are starting off and want to really get into Ultimate Team, this is a great way for you guys to get started because this card has decent stats when based on, other cards that are currently available at the same overall. Plus it's OBJ. But I want to point out though, you see how it shows that it's not upgradable? You can't do anything with it as far as abilities. A lot of you guys have been asking about that, like, yo, what does this mean? What are we supposed to be able to do with this? Can we put abilities on a lot of the free cards? The answer is simply no. They're not trying to make people, the guys that already updated their OBJ have to go back and do different things. So they can't just put in new cards that can, obviously be part of the power-up. So they have to keep it, currently going. But this is a good draw for you guys to be able to get started. So for me, I'm looking for training points all the time. This will be key for me in order to be able to utilize it. But again, for somebody that's new, that's starting the game, you may want to use them for a little bit. But that's just one part of the aspect of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Pretty much we've been doing some upgrades to the team, and many of you guys are wondering, yo, Gmia, you just had mad coins the other day. How are you dead broke? Well, that's a very good question. Let's go ahead and look at some of the things that I've been endeavoring to do, right? So when you go over to the special teams, most of you guys probably already know this, but the special team situation in this game is very critical because you can easily lose games just by having a kicker that sucks. Now, Greg the Leg Zerline, the dude has an 84 kick power, and I was playing one of my head-to-head games the other day, and it was a 55-yard field goal that I needed to go up by a certain amount. And this dude just could, it was full power, all the way up, completely accurate, and the dude just doinked it. All right, so through my chat while I was live streaming, a lot of you guys recommended either this guy or Sternard, the limited time kicker. But it's so many training points to get that guy to where he's supposed to be. It was kind of weird to actually go that route. So I just want to show you guys a couple things. Number one, I'm going to power this guy up to give him an 89 kick power. You guys said he gets like focus kicker and stuff like that. I would recommend that. According to what you guys have said, it doesn't count against one of your offensive or defensive chemistries to be able to put focus kickers on your team. So I guess it'll be the same thing for the punter. So the punter will technically be offense, right? Or is the kicker's offense and the punter's defense? Like, I don't know what's going on. One of them goes which way. You know how it works, bro. I don't know, because the kicker kicks the ball off. So whichever way it goes, but it doesn't count with the ability. So now that we just got that card, I'm going to give you guys an example of what I'm working toward, because I don't really need that. And we have to be very aware of what we're utilizing. So let's go ahead and we're going to go back to newest, right? And then we're going to check this out right here. So when you look at Jason Elam, his next upgrade that we would need, because you can see my training points is very low, we need actually 335. So after that 335, we're going to need 1160. And then after that, obviously, we'll be able to add him in there. We'll get his 89 overall kick power up to par. So what I'm going to do right now is, I don't need the OBJ, and I know I don't, and they haven't said anything about having to actually need a card that they give you for free, and usually they always give you alternative ways to get cards back, right? So we're not really worried about it like that. What we're going to do is we're going to quick sell him, and we're going to look for some goals, just like some random goals that we can get something for, and kind of see what we can, accumulate to power that guy up. Now, the gold route is very dangerous because you can also use these goals to get, power-ups in the exchange set where a lot of you guys have been eating the entire year. So you don't have to do what I'm doing right now, but I'm kind of showing you guys, like, when you're dead broke in Madden, you got to figure out different ways to make training. You see what I'm saying? So playing that KO mode right now is probably one of the key ways to do that. And I believe that it's something that will help you guys in enjoying more of the Ultimate Team, because the kicker is so, it's so important, man. And I've been telling you guys that since like 19. When they changed the way that you kick the ball, from not using the analog to using the X and having all these other factors. They've made it a lot easier. You pretty much at this point only have to have it accurately. So you don't have to have full power and get it in the middle, but you have to have accuracy, which catches it right in the middle. So we really need to focus on that a little bit more than we have been doing to kind of, you know, get ourselves geared up. But again, with everything else that's going on, these are the power-ups right here in the exchange set. Because some of you guys are like, what do you mean by the exchange set? I'm new to the game. What's going on? Everybody has like a different overall based on their power-ups now. Last year it was like core 68s, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a 68 overall for most of them, and then the legends had their different overalls, and you know, some of the unique legends had different overalls. But now people are just random, and these are just random elites. What I've noticed though, with a lot of the more expensive power-ups, they tend to gear around these rates right here. So for those of you guys that are looking to try to, you know, figure out what you want to do with it, you're going to want to go and you're going to start off with this, with what I'm doing right here. Okay, get a couple of these, get like, you know, 3 or 4 of them together. Usually within the first 5, you should get a power up, but this is just a method that it usually works for me. Like when I'm doing it and I'm not making a video, I'm streaming, whatever, I'll usually after like 5, I'll get a power up. So this is another method that you can go through to try to, you know, utilize some of the other things that are already in your binder to help you get to that next level. All right, so let's continue. Okay, well, I don't want to, John Ross, I don't know, because of the salary cap season, I might be able to get those John Rosses off for a little bit more. I know people are looking for John Rosses. I saw dudes trying to get some really, really fast receivers. Remember, for those of you guys that are going to be competing in the next Madden championship, I believe it's going to be salary cap, so you guys should start getting some ideas about the fastest players that are low overalls in the game. Some of them are like, you know, core silvers. Some of them are like core rookies. You guys need to take a look at those and start to, you know, kind of figure out where you're going with it, because it can be very, very important to your success. So now, get a couple of these guys. All right, so that's like 5, right? Now you go back to your, you know, your unopened packs, and then you just start opening them up consecutively to kind of figure out exactly what's happening. Like, yo, is EA going to be on my side today? What's going on? Many of you guys have sent me footage of you guys pulling the most ridiculous things ever, okay? Look, everybody doesn't have the same pack luck. It's nothing guaranteed, but this is just another option that I'm giving you while we're going on these free players. What do you do with this? What do you do with that? I'm going to also go back over a lot of the other things as far as like theme builders, what I'm going to be doing, the plans with those, because when they release Series 2, and again, for those of you guys asking about Series 2, I have no idea when it's going to be released. But I will tell you this, they're going to up the amount of the exchange values, so we're going to have other opportunities to get other things. Okay, so with the higher 86s, 87s, 88s, all that stuff, you're going to be able to do, you know, put those nats that you have into sets to possibly get something. So now you can see that EA is just trying to, they're just doing me outright dirty right now. They're not even trying to give me anything halfway decent. Like, okay, bro, all I'm looking for is a power-up, EA. You can't give me a power-up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is that even about? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just giving you guys an example. If you were able to pull a couple of those packs and get a sick power-up, I'm pretty sure you're going to make a lot of coins out of it. Now, as far as the other cards that I have not quick sold yet, like that I'm referring to, right? When you look at a guy like, where is this guy? Michael Thomas with the Journey, right? It would make no sense for you guys to quick sell a guy like this for 640 training, because number one, you don't know exactly what's going to be coming with this card. That's number one. Even though I don't really care, because when you look at his numbers, he's going to still be slow, so I'm not really concerned about it. But you know Series 2 is coming. So you know with this nat, you're going to get an auctionable 90 something overall that could possibly be a crazy card by the time that Series 2 drops. Okay, so these are the things that I need to point out. For those of you guys that already quick sold them, it doesn't really matter. All right, it's something that you missed out on. Just remember it for future things. When you get high overall nats, try to hold on to them for as long as possible. As long as you can keep them in your binder and they're not really doing anything weird, right? So now, Myles Garrett, I haven't powered him down yet, but we get an 86 overall from this guy, right? So we can use him at any time to make an auctionable card. If you guys are going through theme builders right now and you're like, yo, I need more, you know, more training, I want to try to get packs or whatever, I want to get some elite packs from the exchange set, this is a prime example. This guy, we powered him down already because he was just so trash. I didn't want to have any part of this guy, so I powered him down. So you can kind of see when you're, you know, playing solos, you're playing the new mode, you're doing these different things to get training for free, you're trying to get free players, be careful how you utilize it. With the way that I just easily got rid of OBJ, it was very, very simple for me because I have decent wide receivers. So it's not even a question about it. My receivers, Torrey Holt. I got the, where's the other guy I got? I got Tyreek Hill. Who's my other receiver? Don't I have somebody else that's the slot receiver? OBJ. I know I passed him over there. Yeah, look. Oh, crazy. The OBJ, we just quick sold another version of him. So, and the funny part about it, this guy was also free. That's why he's not right there. So these are the things that you have to be sure about when you're doing it. So I encourage you guys to play that new mode. I encourage you, if your team is low overall, to use the free OBJ in solos, solo battles, different things to try to get yourself, you know, acclimated to the game before you start to jump into other things. Because everybody is trying to rush, but EA Sports has been steadily giving us a lot of different ways to get free cards. All right, so, you know, like, as for example, this. If you guys missed out on this probably won't be inside of your missions because you got the game late or you just weren't able to do it. That's all fine and well, but ultimately, there are going to be other ways to get things. You probably won't be able to get those missed days back as far as trying to get the token, but there'll be other things that you'll be able to get. The team of the week, all right? Many of you guys pulled a free 89 overall. So there's the superstars. We got so many free things from that. The epics, the journey. I just showed you the Michael Thomas. So I want you guys to be encouraged to understand you don't have to spend the money, but for me, like I said, if there are cards that I actually want or like some of my NFL faves, I'm going to go after those cards. I'm going to buy a bundle here and there, but ultimately I'm not just going to be buying it consecutively, which is why I appreciate the fact that that free training from OBJ just got me a little bit closer to getting my kicker completely done. All right, so go out there, get your free OBJ, hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you have any other questions, concerns. But like I said, I don't know at this point when Series 2 is coming out. Any other information that I get, I will definitely release and let you guys know as soon as possible. I want to thank you guys for watching. Feel free to go ahead and click that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.